Oh my God, you won't believe what I'm about to tell you. We've got some absolutely juicy footage that's making waves all over the internet, and honey, it involves none other than Diddy, Kim Kardashian, and Kendall Jenner.
Kris Jenner. Let's get back to Kris. I think one of the very few mothers who basically sold their daughter. But what a great business mind Kris Jenner is. And Caitlyn is Kris. Oh, what the hell is his name?
Caitlyn, previously Bruce.
See, I can't read. I'm looking at saying Kris.
Now hold the opinion that Kim Kardashian is a prostitute, and I'm not going to edit this opinion. Kim Kardashian is a prostitute. Her mother is a pimp. Worse than a prostitute, Kim Kardashian is a corpse.
I think that Kim Kardashian caught that moment of femininity and sexuality. She is the it girl of what we're talking about. She is the it girl. She is the moment. She was talking about sex and people. That's what their show. That's how it became popular. Who they were dating, who they were sleeping with. She's crying about her sex tape. She's crying about this. Like, she brought forth the sex culture. So she is the icon from the moment that we're talking about. But I think we are actually moving away from it.
The handwriting of Kim Kardashian, the three, I'm holding it up right now, the three sex tapes that her and her mother and him decided to choose between. Her mother was so involved. Did you hear him? She was so involved in the details. She wanted to pick which sex tape to release. And then she went to her friends and she sat down with the honchos and she sold her daughter's body for fame.
This girl. So if you have not heard, Kim Kardashian allegedly had some videotapes and audio tapes that was actually recovered in the raid at P. Diddy's home.
He sent out a warning shot, posting video of celebrities at Diddy's 50th birthday party. The Kardashians, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kanye, Kevin Hart, every A-lister was there.
I manipulate us to do the shit. I take full responsibilities for the act. I was lit. We made a lot of money. I get it. But we together, like, y'all really think that y'all was gonna, I don't know. You know what? Here's how I look at it. Your lawyer, Marty, right? Every time somebody talks shit about y'all of this magnitude, y'all always cease and desist. Y'all shut that shit down. Y'all tried to make Black China look crazy, right? Because you felt like you had the facts. Crickets. Kim ain't responded to this at all because she know what she did. And Kris, you know you ran the play. I'm going crazy tonight as far as like my energy, because I'm so like disgusted at sitting back and waiting for what? Like, waiting for what? I can't see the comments. I don't give a f what nobody say. All I care about is my daughter and my son growing up. Like, damn, Pops is 100. Like, Pops would never put anything out without anybody's consent.
Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested by federal agents at a hotel here in New York City.
So who was with you this weekend?
A bunch of my friends.
Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber.
At 5:30 a.m. on this party, I think half the people there were butt naked.
Girl, let me spill this piping hot tea. Fresh footage from this absolutely lit party with Diddy, Kim K, and Miss Kendall is literally breaking the internet right now. I mean, everyone is losing their minds over this, and trust me, the online chatter is through the roof. In this clip, we're seeing these three living their absolute best lives, and let me tell you, people cannot stop dissecting every single second of their interesting little dynamic. And with all this legal drama surrounding Diddy right now, child, seeing Kim and Kendall getting cozy with him has everyone raising their eyebrows to the heavens, like, what kind of connections are we not seeing here? And don't even get me started on what this might do to their image, especially with Diddy already in some seriously hot water. Listen up, because we're about to dive deep into this fresh footage that might just change everything we thought we knew about these relationships. And trust me, the streets are talking, honey. With all this mess around Diddy's recent arrest and that shocking indictment news, everyone's playing detective, trying to connect all these celebrity dots. And guess whose name keeps popping up? The Kardashians. Now let me take you on a little journey through time, because Diddy and the Kardashian clan go way, way back. We're talking years of showing up at each other's events, and baby, there's so much to unpack here. Remember 2006? Kim was still Paris Hilton's stylist back then, can you believe it? And she was spotted at one of Diddy's famous white parties with Paris, trying to get that spotlight. But wait, it gets better. Let's fast forward to May 17th, 2008. Mark that date, honey. Kim and Diddy were getting all kinds of cozy at Diddy's den during this grand opening at the MGM Grand at Foxwoods Resort. And over the years, child, these two just kept getting closer and closer. Whether they were serving looks at fancy parties or playing around on social media, their friendship was giving us everything. And don't you dare think I forgot about Khloe. She was right there in the mix too, showing up at one of Diddy's white parties on July 4th, 2009. This wasn't just any party. We're talking Beverly Hills, darling, with Ashton Kutcher co-hosting for this malaria awareness thing, but that's not even the half of it. Picture this. October 16th, 2010, Diddy's turning up with Kourtney, Kim, and music legend Andre Harrell at his 50th birthday bash at the Derby in NYC. And honey, the following year, Diddy was right there with Kim, Serena Williams, and Cassie at Clive Davis's pre-Grammy Gala in Beverly Hills. I'm telling you, these connections run deep. Oh, and let me tell you about the time Diddy straight up flirted with Kris Jenner on her show. He looked her right in the eye and said, "I've had a crush on you for a long time." Girl, you should have seen Kris giggling like a schoolgirl saying, "Is he flirting with me?" The chemistry was electric. Now, December 6th, 2012, another date you need to remember. Kim and Kanye were spotted showing love to Diddy courtside at a basketball game in Miami. And of course, Kris, Corey Gamble, and Kourtney just had to be at Diddy's exclusive birthday bash thrown by Ciroc Vodka on November 22nd, 2015. You know the Kardashians never miss a moment to shine, but here's where it gets super juicy. A source close to the Kardashians recently spilled some serious tea to In Touch Weekly, saying the family is absolutely freaking out right now. All those years they spent bragging about partying with Diddy, people are starting to wonder if they might be mixed up in some of his shadier dealings. The family's desperately trying to convince everyone they had no idea about any funny business. According to this source, and trust me, they're close to the family, most of Diddy's glamorous parties were totally above board. But Chile, once those early morning hours hit and people started heading out, that's when things allegedly got a little wild. And now with all this legal drama spilling out like hot tea on a white dress, the Kardashian clan is sweating bullets. I mean, with their track record of showing up at every single one of Diddy's events, people are connecting dots faster than Kim changes outfits. Everyone's asking what's really going on between the Kardashians and Diddy. But wait, we need to talk about Diddy's Instagram mess-up that had everybody talking. Back in 2017, at this party for his documentary Can't Stop, Won't Stop, A Bad Boy Story, Diddy posted this pic with Kendall, but get this, he accidentally tagged Kylie. The internet went absolutely wild. The fans were quick to call him out, but honestly, can we blame him? With all these Kardashians and Jenners running around, all their names starting with K, who wouldn't get a little mixed up? Plus, you know how that Instagram auto-suggest be acting up? Diddy tried to fix it later, changed the caption to tag Kendall right, and was like, "I'm human, I make mistakes, sorry." But honey, the fans weren't buying it. Some people were convinced he did it on purpose. One fan was like, "He knows he tagged the wrong one on purpose." Another one was screaming, literally, "I'm screaming he tagged Kylie LMDHSJSJS." And the shade just kept coming with someone saying, "Bruh, you doing this on purpose, you stay playing with the Jenners and Kardashians, LOL." Now let's talk about that iconic Met Gala bathroom selfie, because that was everything. Kendall's selfie game went absolutely nuclear when Kylie found the perfect spot for this all-star pic on May 2nd, 2017. We're talking Kim K, Kendall, Diddy, Frank Ocean, A$AP Rocky, and even Oscar winner Brie Larson all squeezed into that bathroom. Brie even joked later on Instagram like, "All I did was go to the bathroom and now I'm famous." This selfie was basically the Vanity Fair cover of the social media age. You know those LA publicists probably spent the whole weekend fighting for their clients to get the perfect spot in that pic.
5:30 a.m. Well, this party, I think half the people there were naked.
Girl, Khloe's connection to Diddy was so obvious when he showed up on her show, Cocktails with Khloe. She straight up said, "When you think of a party or a good time, think of Puff." And Diddy was eating it up. Meanwhile, Kourtney couldn't stop gushing about those legendary birthday bashes. But let's not forget the drama when Kanye, Kim's ex, started beefing with Diddy back in 2022, throwing all kinds of shade with those now deleted messages.
5:30 a.m. Well, this party, I think half the people there were butt naked.
Hold on to your wigs, because this next part is wild. New party footage just dropped showing Kris Jenner, Kylie, and Kim Kardashian living their best lives, and it is giving us everything. This behind-the-scenes peek is showing us a side of these queens that we've been dying to see. But honey, what secrets could this footage be hiding? And how's this going to shake up everything we thought we knew about them? Meanwhile, everyone's talking about Diddy's recent arrest, and people are working overtime trying to figure out any connections he might have with the Kardashians. Their friendship goes all the way back to the mid-2000s when Kim was just starting to make waves in Hollywood. Remember 2006? Kim was still hustling as Paris Hilton's stylist when she showed up at Diddy's iconic white party. That was literally her first big moment in the spotlight. By 2008, Kim and Diddy were totally vibing at his den during that MGM grand opening weekend. Their chemistry was off the charts, setting the stage for years of friendship. Then in 2009, Khloe jumped into the mix at another white party, this time for malaria awareness. By 2010, these connections were stronger than ever. We're talking celebrating Andre Harrell's 50th at this super fancy New York spot. 2012 was a huge year. Kim was spotted with Diddy at this Grammy bash, and then he showed up on Kris's talk show, flirting up a storm. Later that year, he was hanging with Kim and Kanye at a Knicks game, proving he was still tight with the fam. And Chile, in 2014, Khloe spilled all the tea about those wild Diddy parties on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. She was talking about one party where half the guests were barely dressed. Can you imagine?
Well, this party, I think half the people there were butt naked. You would have loved.
Now these parties, they were absolutely legendary, honey. We're talking A-listers everywhere. From Ashton Kutcher to Beyonce, everybody who was anybody wanted in. But now, with all these serious allegations coming out, including that federal arrest in March 2024, people are looking at everything differently. A clip from KUWTK resurfaced, showing Kim and Kris having this conversation that hits so different now. Kim was grilling Kris about going to one of Diddy's parties, starting all innocent, but getting real serious real quick. It all started when Kris mentioned going to see Rick Ross perform, saying she was just having a little drink before my car picks me up. Kim got all concerned, asking her mom, when are you going to act your own age? Like, should Kris really be at a rap concert? But Kris wasn't having it. She clapped back with, I know a thing or two about rap music. Who's the boss? Me. And girl, you could feel that energy through the screen. Then there's Khloe spilling about that exposed party in 2014. She caught a 5:30 a.m. flight just to be there, only to walk into this wild scene where people were dressed scandalously.
5:30 a.m. Well, this party, I think half the people there were butt naked.
The tea is scalding hot when it comes to these party stories, especially now with all this scrutiny on Diddy. While Kim was worried about her mom's choices back then, everything looks different now that Diddy's facing all these legal troubles. And speaking of trouble, these accusations against Diddy are serious. We're talking misconduct and trafficking, but here's the detail that's got everyone talking. They found over 1,000 bottles of baby oil at his places in Miami and LA. According to the indictment, Diddy called these parties freak-offs. And honey, that baby oil suggests these weren't your regular celebrity gatherings. As more details come out about Diddy, the Kardashians are in this super awkward position. Their history with him is complicated, and those old KUWTK clips make it crystal clear just how close they all were. While there's no proof the Kardashians knew about any shady business at these parties, people are speculating like crazy about what they might have known. The big question everyone's asking now is, what made their once tight friendship fall apart, and how are they trying to distance themselves from all this drama? Right before authorities searched Diddy's homes in March, Kim reportedly unfollowed him on Instagram. And in celebrity world, that's basically a declaration of war. And that's the piping hot tea for today, my loves. From parties to panic, from selfies to scandal, the Kardashian-Diddy saga is serving us more drama than a telenovela marathon. The question on everyone's minds now is, what bombshell is going to drop next? Whatever it is, you know your girl will be right here, ready to break it all down. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled and your notifications on, because this story, it's far from over.